Hey everybody, what's up? We're here with a timeless reading. Before we get started with the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with the highest good. I've seen the Two of Cups and the Star, but also the Nine of Swords. We're starting off with the Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Here's that Two of Cups. There may be somebody that you're working with right now that's sort of like helping you to gain confidence or encouraging you to step into an energy that you want to step into. This can be, with the Three of Pentacles, it can really be anything. It can be like a coach that you're working with. It can be a therapist you're working with. It can be a trainer that you're working with. It can be a book that you're reading. It can be like a YouTuber that you're watching. It can be like a season that you're viewing. So many different things that this can be, but it's like you working with another element or another energy. To have the Queen of Wands here, this would be somebody that may be like building your confidence, or maybe like really validating you, or showing you the path for you to have that like inner self-esteem, for you to get more independent if that's your goal. It's like something that would be relevant to the Queen of Wands. So this can be something that's helping you with your personal expression, your creative expression, your physical expression, your confidence, your self-esteem, you learning how to do something that you want to do. Encouraging your independence. I'm seeing this as like somebody that you feel very happy to be around and to be working with. And when I say working with, I just mean that you've been interacting with this person or this energy and learning. And it's something that you feel very happy to be a part of. But most of all, you feel happy because it's connecting with a piece of you that you want to be connecting with through this. And it's interesting too, because I'm only seeing your energy. I'm not seeing this other person's energy, but I do get the sense of there being someone else here. But it's all about how like you're connecting with yourself through this person or through this energy. Some of you, you're taking a yoga class, or there's something related to movement that you're doing. Some of you could be getting relationship counseling as well. But I'm seeing there be more of an energy where, like, whoever this person is that you're working with, some of you, this is closer to home, actually. I'm seeing it be more of a, like, collaborative energy that's happening now. And you may be gaining confidence from that. Like, this looks like a new chapter within a relationship. I'm seeing Virgo here. Yeah, I'm seeing a relationship. This can be like a renewed commitment or a new chapter within a relationship. And I'm seeing you sort of like reflecting on what you're currently investing in. This looks like something you feel very happy to be investing in. And like, I don't know if it's just you working with this person and that's really where you're gaining your confidence, or if you're doing this elsewhere and then bringing that type of energy into your relationship. But whatever's happening, I'm seeing you look like you're in a very empowered space with the Queen of Wands. Like, the energy of the Queen of Wands is somebody that is present and somebody that is honest and passionate, and I'm hearing concerned, maybe just like giving 100% to what it is that you're doing and what it is that you're focusing on. You know, the things that matter to you really do matter to you. And I'm seeing you feel very, very happy with the Two of Cups. So this is like you're connecting with something where you're like, I can't imagine my life not connecting with this. Like, this is really what this is for. And it may be giving you a new lease on your relationship, you could be feeling. And to have the Hermit and the Seven of Pentacles, this is you like really reflecting on what you're investing in currently and what's happening. But I'm seeing everything look very happy and very on track here. And it looks like you guys are really working together as well to make this the type of relationship that you want. And I'm seeing you feel really good about it, like really good about yourself because of how things are going. And this is definitely progress, because I'm getting things may not have been feeling like this before. Yeah. Here's your person. There's something here about reflecting on your relationship, maybe having a conversation connected with that. But you need to realize like what you want to talk about before you say something. You know, this isn't just talking to talk. I'm seeing there be like, I need to reflect on this or look into it or really think about it before I can say something about it. And it like concerns you and another person. After you've reflected, I'm seeing like you're gonna most likely bring something up to them, it seems like, or tell them what you've been thinking about or like what you've assessed. Why? Like, that would be what you want to do, but I'm seeing there's something here that's got you caught up or overthinking or just stuck. Like, I'm seeing there be a bit of a block within the throat chakra. This is like I'm seeing something and I want to say something, but I don't know how that's going to be, or I don't know how that's going to go. And you may like actually hesitate here and not say something, or you feel very, very nervous about saying something. But I'm seeing, it seems like the only thing left to do is say something now, but I'm getting you be nervous about the way that this is going to impact how you guys have been working together, because it seems like you guys have been working well together, and maybe you don't know like whether or not you saying something is going to impact this, maybe in an undesirable way. But then also you really need to consider too making sure that you're giving everybody the respect that you want to be treated with as well, or that you feel is considerate, to make sure that everybody can be making informed decisions and choices. Because you may be keeping something from this person. I want to be careful with the way that I say this, because it's not meant to be offensive. Sometimes we find ourselves in a situation where we have a truth to speak to another person, and we don't, because we're, whether we realize it or not, attempting to manipulate them by not giving them the truth or not being honest with them, because then they're going to have an opinion and maybe that's going to be an inconvenience for us, or something's going to change, you know? So The point of this reading is not just to tell you what you want to hear, but to be honest with you. So we talk about what's really going on here. And what I'm seeing is that things have been going well with this person. Yes, you've been working together well. Yes, it looks like there's also something important now that needs to be brought up, that you know needs to be brought up, or you know needs to be brought into the conversation space. And it's time to do that because that's what you're seeing as being the right thing to do here within this. But to have the High Priestess and to have the Eight of Swords, this may be a secret that you're keeping, something that you're keeping to yourself that you haven't informed this person of. You're at a choice point where you get to decide whether you're going to take the path of like service to yourself and other selves or solely service to self. Like, are you going to make a decision here that will serve what you need it to do and not consider what this person needs? Or are you going to be like, I need to be honest with this person and I need to just tell them, I need to just bring this up to them? I feel like this is a very nuanced thing that's happening here between you and this person. I will say this as well, you know, sometimes we find ourselves in situations where it's like, well, if I tell this person the truth, maybe that's going to hurt them or whatever. You're not in control of how another person receives something, you know? Like, you're not them and you're not in charge of how they're interpreting things, but by you manipulating a situation, you're doing exactly that. So it's something to look into, and there's no like shame or you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing or anything like that. We're not assigning values to it in that way. This is just about asking yourself, like, what type of behavior do you want to be aligned with right now? Like, do you want to be in a space where you're treating this person how you want to be treated, how you think they want to be treated? Are you making excuses for not doing something that you know you're meant to be doing, you know? Are you listening to your intuition? What type of space are you in right now, and what are you willing to do? Because I do definitely get a hesitance of you maybe not bringing something up because things are going well and you don't want that to be stopped. But I guess you just have to figure out what's motivating you here. And just know too that the decision that you make is going to impact you karmically. So that's also something to be aware of. And karma doesn't mean you lie to this person and then someone's going to turn around and lie to you. It doesn't work like that. Karma just means cause and effect. Like, what type of ripple effect are you creating by either being honest or being deceptive with this person? And what type of ripple effect are you creating for you with yourself by doing this? Is this something that's going to create further separation between you and yourself, or further coming together with you and yourself? And you get to pick which path. But right now you're aware enough that this does become a choice of, am I going to be transparent with this person, or am I going to hesitate because I'm scared and not do it? And again, there's no right and wrong or good or bad or anything like that. It's just you deciding what you want to do here. Like, whether you want to, I'm getting like, tell the truth or like let them know about this thing or not. But it does seem like you've concluded to do this at this point. Let me just see if there's anything else I've missed or that should be brought up. I'm seeing you've been thinking a lot about what genuinely brings you happiness within your life, like personally to you, and also like what's very relevant currently for you. And that's something that you've been reflecting on, and something that you want to talk to this person about. It's weird because I'm seeing that there's like a whole relationship here, but it almost seems like there may be something intimate that you want to share with this person that I don't know if you just not shared this with this person, but you would think like because of you, what appears to be a close relationship that you have, or like a serious relationship that you have with somebody, that you wouldn't shy away from being intimate with this person. But yeah, maybe there's something going on with the intimacy or like the closeness here. Because I'm even seeing something that you've been like privately thinking about and reflecting upon, and it seems like you've come to a very important conclusion personally, and that this would lead then to you having conversation with this person about what's sort of unfolding between the two of you. But then there's something about you feeling anxious about this, about sort of like what this investment means, I suppose. And again, I can't help but like get something about needing to be or wanting to be transparent with this person, and maybe there is something that you've been keeping to yourself a bit that's sort of nagging you. Okay. I feel like anything we say beyond this point is just kind of going to be a repeat. So with that being said, we're going to stop the reading here. I'm looking at Virgo and Gemini and also Pluto, and I'm seeing the moon as well on the bottom of the deck. I will say this too. Sometimes when we're in a situation, we are not completely straightforward because we think that is going to be better, like that's how we're going to get what we want, and then it actually holds things off from moving into alignment. For example, like say that this example, say that you're dating somebody, right? And they tell you that they are so obsessed with turtles and they need to be with somebody that's like equally obsessed with turtles, or they don't want to be in a relationship. And you've gotten to a point where you're like, I've really thought about it and I'm really not into turtles, but like I don't want to tell them because then like what if the relationship ends and like we're supposed to be together, and so you're like not telling them and not telling them. Meanwhile, there's this part of you that's like, it's dishonest of me to not say something, and like honesty is one of my values and I want to be truthful with them and I hope that they'd be honest with me. And it's creating issues with your intimacy because you know there's stuff that you're keeping from this person. And so it's like, what's the point of having a relationship then without the intimacy, because that's a value of mine and that's important to me, but by not disclosing this to them, like I'm getting in the way of that intimacy happening, because that's what happens when we're not honest with somebody. It creates like a severing between us and ourselves, and then us with our other selves too, like with people outside of ourselves. And so that's basically what happens. It creates a severing, a further separation. So you get to a point where it's like, I either am honest with them and potentially the relationship doesn't work out, or I don't tell them and I like try to live with this within the relationship, but I feel like this thing is looming over me. And when it comes down to it, you may be prolonging a relationship with somebody that's actually out of alignment for you. And so you get to the point where you tell this person and maybe you guys stay together, and then you feel like you got that off your chest and you were honest, and that intimacy can come back. Or it happens that this person, that was a real boundary of theirs, and or like a real requirement or value, relationship value of theirs, and they can't be with, or they're not willing to be with somebody that doesn't like turtles as much as them. And so you guys end up breaking up, and then you find another partner that ends up being more in alignment for you. And then that other person finds somebody that loves turtles, you know, but that like prolonging of keeping things in that liminal space of this person told you something and you knew that something was out of alignment and it needed to be rectified. And prolonging that just keeps you guys both in a limbo space. Again, like a liminal space, that transitional space of, I don't feel fully grounded in this, and I feel like the foundation keeps crumbling at this certain point because something's not sticking anymore. And had you just been like honest sooner, you know, you guys could have gone your separate ways or stayed together at that point and then found the thing that felt more in alignment, like so that thing could be rectified. So sometimes we put things off because it's like, well, I can't imagine myself in another relationship outside of this. And then you guys end up breaking up and you find a partner that's much better suited for you, if that's what you want to go for. So sometimes our egos are like, I know better, like let's manipulate, and it's only natural too. I know better than like what my intuition is telling me. This is what I want and this is how I'm gonna get it. And so a situation is manipulated versus you actually going with the flow of things of, okay, this was brought up, what do I do about it? I'll be honest with this person and let them know, and then whatever happens, happens. And then you just keep going on with the journey rather than prolonging something, trying to make something fit that doesn't go together. But it's really this like battle between what your ego thinks that you should do versus what this part of you is encouraging you to do, that part of you that's like, everything's going to be okay, everything is working out, and everything is going to be very seamless when we're in flow with things. And until we learn to trust that, we keep finding ourselves in situations where it's like, why is it so difficult? Why is it so difficult? Why is it so difficult? But it's only difficult because we fight the flow of things. So yeah. We will leave it there. All right, my friends, I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.